Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. School, a place that we come to explore our ideas, solidify our thoughts, and our opinions. But what are students leaving with? Higher stress rates, snatched creativity, and looking for the one right answer. Today, if you come into a classroom in 2023, you will find maybe a fourth of the class participating. And if you ask the rest, why aren't you participating? They'll say, oh, I'll go home, look it up online, reword it, and submit it to Google Classroom. And to that, I say, welcome to modern 2023 education. Kids no longer want to try in school. They think that the word academic validation comes from the A in your grade portal and not the knowledge we leave school with. Two examples I have in front of you is SparkNotes and ChatGPT. SparkNotes, a website where you can find virtually any book in the world, the summary, character development, moral of the story, you name it, it's there. So when kids read the SparkNotes, what are they actually missing out on? The analytical benefits of the book, analyzing the figurative language, and most importantly, the moral of the story. The second example, ChatGPT. For those of you who are not familiar with this, it's an AI tool in which you put in 5 words, the word count for an essay you want, and this AI robot will write a whole essay for you. So, you're gonna leave school not knowing how to write an essay, go to college, and be like, how am I gonna do this? ChatGPT is taking away the opportunity from students to write an essay and hone on their skills. And academic validation. This term used to be, yes, I left school with something in my head today. I left with maybe reading a new book. Maybe I learned something in math. But now, and I can attest to that, you go home, log onto the portal, see the A, and you're like, yes, I've made it. You see the B and the C, and that's not validation to you. Even if you have the knowledge from the class, that's not enough, because that is not the A. So, real life example, me. Hi, I am going into college, a rising freshman, and I can use my hindsight bias to tell you that I made this mistake myself. Last year, junior year, which is deemed the most important year of high school, I got in my head and I was like, I need to have these many extracurricular activities. I need to take these many APs. But it reached a point where I was like, I don't need to try anymore. I just want that A on my transcript. And yeah, maybe I did get that A. But did I leave that class with the knowledge I wanted? Did that stay with me? Did it resonate with me? No. And so I think to myself, maybe if I did get that B, maybe if I did get that C, I would have gotten what I should have out of the class. Another example is COVID-19. We sat at home for 2 years, 15 monitors, personal computer, school computer, iPad, phone. So our first train of thought was read the question, type it into a new tab, and find the answer online. So we really didn't do a lot of thinking for ourselves. If you saw the answer, copy-pasted it, maybe reworded it a bit if you were feeling good that day, and submitted it to the assignment. So, where does this problem really reside? I believe that it is the problem that college puts in front of us. They say, have a perfect GPA, but hey, not too perfect because you won't stand out. Have those extracurricular activities, but make sure they're different from all the people around you. And at the same time, make sure you enjoy it, but do it because the college wants you to do it, and maybe in that process, you'll become passionate about it. And after ingraining this into your head, they say, don't stress, be happy, because hey, at the end of the day, it's just college. But is this fair to us? They ingrain it in our heads, and then they say, don't stress about it? The word risk. Think of it. When someone says risk, you think of it in a negative way. There's a negative connotation associated with it. So students think that taking a risk is messy. And what is messy? Not the top GPA, not the A, and not the 4.0. Think of two words, convergent thinking and divergent thinking. Convergent thinking is conforming, thinking the way society wants you to think. And think of the next word, divergent, thinking outward, thinking for yourself, thinking in the way that you want to think. And are kids doing this? No. They're doing convergent thinking. And is this real life? Is this going to help you in real life? No, it's not. Things children hear in school on a daily basis: do not collaborate. Don't work with the person next to you. Don't work with the person on the left. Don't work with the person on the right. Don't ask questions to your peers. If you have a question, raise your hand and ask the teacher. Don't ask the people around you. And they say, there is only one right answer. No, there are multiple right answers. There are multiple ways to approach a problem. So when kids leave school or kids leave college, they have this mindset that I have to work by myself. So you're sitting at a job, you have a problem. You're like, I have to figure this out in my cubicle. I can't go ask the other person. So you're going into the workforce scared to death to make a mistake, and you have no synergy to work with the people around you because it's been ingrained in your head that you have to do it by yourself. Another thing that I think is fueling what's going on is cheating and academic dishonesty. I'll give you two situations. Think of student number one. This is the kid who worked hard, studied, asked the teacher questions, but they got the 85. And then you have student number two, who was like, if I get 5 minutes in my day, I'll study, but I got the person to the left and I got the person to the right to help me out. So the person who cheated got the 95, and the person who actually worked hard didn't. In reality, the 85 was the grade that everyone deserved, but to the teacher, it looks like they understand everything. So the teacher thinks you know everything, they can move on, they'll teach the next subject. So you're telling the student who's working hard that maybe cheating is the way to go because that's going to get you the grade that you want. Many of you will recognize her as Lori Laughlin, Aunt Becky from Full House. If you don't know, she paid $500,000 to get her daughter into university. They falsified applications, falsified her grades, falsified her athletic career. So when the college got 2 applications, this is what they saw. Application number 1, the middle-class kid who tried hard. They had the sports, the grades, the hard work. They did the college applications by themselves. And then you have someone like Lori Laughlin's daughter, who's application number 2. Upper class, a college counselor did everything for them. They lied about their sports and grades. So you tell me, is this fair to application number 1? No. But what is college? College is a corporation. What does a corporation want? Money. And when you give money, everything becomes believable. And so, tonight, I'm here to say that shortcuts are not the way. Let kids be kids. Let kids be messy. Get that B. Get that C. If that's what helps you grow, do it. It doesn't matter. Because to enjoy the highs of life, you must have seen the lows. When you're up there, you want to look back and say, when I was down there, that's what helped me come up here. And I have these 2 images in front of you. The first one, a portrait, and you're zoomed in. Look at the portrait like it's your life. And then you, at this moment, zoomed in on one part of that portrait. That could be you cheating. That could be you taking the shortcut. It could be whatever. But I say, Take that lens and zoom out. Look at the whole portrait. See, what am I doing right now that's helping me achieve this whole painting in front of me? What am I doing that's helping me get there? And if you're happy where you are and you say that, yes, what I'm doing right now is what's getting me there, then good, do that. But if you're the person who's zoomed in at the moment, in that lens, I say, zoom back and take a look at it. And the other image, box mentality. Often we hear, think outside the box. So I'm saying, let's step outside the box. If everyone is in that box, think of it as it's over there. And you're coming over here. So you can look at everyone over there. They're still in the box, but you're out here making a difference for yourself. So if enough of us step outside that box, enough people will follow us. That might get rid of academic dishonesty. That might get rid of the shortcuts. But if it doesn't, at least you're trying. At least you took that step. And that's what I urge us to do. Let's take that step. Let's not take the shortcut. And let kids be kids. Thank you for your time, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoy the rest of the talks.